Hi, my name's my name's Jaswinder, and I'm going to share today about how to get band 8 or 9 into IELTS speaking test, especially. So when it comes to band 8 or 9 or more than 7 band, I would say that we need a number of things. The first thing I would share today with you is that getting band 7, 8, or 9, it's important you use different vocabulary words for this achievement. And out of them, there are some of the things which we need to use, that is collocation. So what are collocations? First we'll discuss about that, and then we will move forward to just discuss how we can use them. Very first, when it comes to collocation, right? So we'll talk about the definition of the collocation. So here's that. What is a collocation? A word or phrase that is often used with another word or phrase in a way that sounds correct to people who have spoken the language all their lives but might not be expected from the meaning. It's nothing just more than in the common language, if we talk about that combination of 2 or 3 words coming together, or there can be a phrase coming together. There are certain types of collocations, but I will not take you deeply to the grammatical skills here. So that's why I'm not taking your time. Let's move further. So maybe you can understand this, your particular collocation, and you can understand what I mean to say. So bitterly disappointing. I learned thousands of words in English, but I did not score well in my last exam. It was bitterly disappointing. Now the main target is to, give more collocations to the examiner so that the examiner can understand that, yeah, this person is having more variety of English vocabulary. The main target remains that. In this particular sentence, you can see that bitterly disappointing is a collocation, which can make my response better when I'm speaking. And normally examiner also keeps noting these things down when we, go for exam. So I have certain things here for you. So building vocabulary for IELTS, what we can do is collocations are extremely important to be used when writing or speaking for IELTS. Now I have the first one here, utterly impossible. When I started learning French, it was utterly difficult or impossible for me. Right. So rather than difficult, I will use here utterly impossible. That becomes the better collocation. Next is, I will highlight this for you. So when you are saying utterly difficult, so better is utterly impossible. Next is astonishingly beautiful. Wow, I went to see a building and that was astonishingly beautiful. I went to the Taj Mahal last year. It had an astonishingly beautiful infrastructure, right? Now, rather than saying beautiful, I would say that astonishingly beautiful, deeply concerned. So when I use it, I can say people of my country are deeply concerned about the future of youngsters, but because there is a lot of unemployment. So we are deeply concerned. Are you deeply concerned about the unemployment which is in our country? Okay. So I am really deeply concerned about it, right? So next one, significantly better. I found a sandwich maker yesterday at a shop in my city. I think it's better than my old one, right? And it's significantly better. If I say better, I can say significantly better than my last one. So potentially dangerous. So anyone who is consuming sugar excessively, it is potentially dangerous for all. If you are speeding up your car, it's potentially dangerous for you and for other riders who are inside. So if you are consuming more of chemicals in your day-to-day life, that is potentially dangerous. So we should be using these kind of collocations in our exam. Highly unusual. Last night we went to the downtown However, we saw all shops closed by 11 p.m. It was highly unusual for us. So if you cannot find anything to eat in the market by this evening at 8 o'clock, that's highly unusual, I would say. It doesn't happen most of the times, right? Okay. I have few more collocations for you to understand and help you with that, how you can prepare your response in a better way. Because examiner will always be noting them down. So you need to prepare in a well manner before you go to the exam. And it's always better to make a list of almost 10 to 15 collocations before you go for your real exam. So strongly oppose. Now there is a question that where I can use them. It's better you can use it in IELTS speaking test in part 3, or you can use them in writing as well because they are strong academic collocations. There are also very weak collocations like make pizza, baker, bread, right? Go downtown, go shopping, go abroad. These are just very simply used in speaking. However, in the third part, I would recommend you to use them in because third part is more formal. Strongly oppose. I strongly oppose what you just said. Oh, that was totally unexpected, and I found him nowhere. So it is widely believed that in the future there will be enormous change in the weather conditions. Vividly remember means clearly remember. I vividly remember my parents were quite confident about my success in the childhood. Thoroughly enjoyable. The movie I watched last night was thoroughly enjoyable. Completely unprepared. I was completely unprepared when my trainer asked me a question, right? So strongly opposed, totally unexpected, widely believed, vividly remember, thoroughly enjoyable, completely unprepared. So these are collocations, but you can find many of them in the newspaper, in the magazines. You can find them in different books as well. So I would suggest you to make a list of your own and try to use them on the daily basis. Right. So now agenda is here about talking about that house you type of house you live. So I would say that there are different collocations which can be used with house also. So my brother lives in a terraced house. My brother lives in a terraced house in England. So he does not live in an apartment block. Most of people who are poor, they live in tenement houses in Scotland and England. So it's a kind of slum areas, the same as slum areas, but there are a lot of houses in single building. So studio apartment, most of the students in Canada live in studio apartment because this is cheaper than other, as well as there is one room and one living room, and there can be one kitchen or washroom, but that is called studio apartment. It's a small one. Then detached house. When there is a house and there are no houses nearby, we call it a detached house. So most of people in the past in my city or nearby countryside areas lived in detached houses, but now they are living in row houses. That's another word. I would say again, it's better word to be used. So row houses, right? Apartment building or apartment block, right? So these are the collocations which you can use for describing the houses, right? So I hope you learned that what are collocations, and I will give you more detailed video soon on the collocations and how they can be used, and easily you can achieve more than 8 band. So my many candidates in IELTS have scored more than 8 or 9 band because I always keep discussing with them these things, and I have more, tips and tricks for getting 8 or 9 band in IELTS. 7 is easy, so I would say that. Uh, Hundreds of students have got 7 band by taking classes from me. So if you want to learn more about different things and about speaking and writing, stay tuned in to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. And I really appreciate, please share this video if you liked it, and tell your friends and family members also to join if anyone is preparing for IELTS. Thank you. Thank you so much.